Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do begin, let us give a brief little review. In the last part, a number of things have happened. We had Deku and, well, Ibarra. Now, these two have made a broadcast specifically for All Might. The world now knows everything about the number one hero. They know his failures, they know every step in his life where things went wrong. And right now, Ibarra, she has been wiped off of the board, at least publicly. Right now, that does mean quite a lot. She can work in the background freely. Now, Deku read her mind. Now she's a villain. She can do bad things. And what was the first bad thing she thought about doing? Stealing a candy bar. Simple, a good start. Could go wrong and things can get bloody, so he'll work with that. Now, we also had the mysterious vigilante, the one that Renegade could not read the mind of. The mysterious vigilante turned out to be Bakugo Katsuki. Now, right now Renegade, he slips back into the background, and All Might, he's been left with more drive to hunt this guy down. This guy knows way more about him. He knows too much about him. And that, it does concern All Might. Now, right now All Might, he does just get back to work. And right now, we do actually have Deku. Right now, Deku, he is at the UA dorms. And right now, him and Ochako, they are somewhat still testing out what his powers can now fully do, thanks to this quirk enhancer. Now, Deku right now, he does sit down, as he does stare directly at the table. And he does just stare at a glass of water. And right now, Deku, he does still stare at it, and stare at it, and stare at it. And right now, there is where Ochako does come walking over. Her setting down a cup of tea, asking if he's still trying to get that cup to float. I know I can do it. I just need to try harder. Izuku, I don't think that you can do that. Telepath and, well, what is it? The right word. No, telepathy. You have telepathy, but not telepathic powers. Actually, I don't know how you'd classify. Um, I don't know how you'd classify your powers, honestly. Um, but what else are you doing? Hmm? What? I said, what else are you doing? Right. Oh, I I've just been trying to figure this out. I thought that maybe if I had psionic powers, I think that's the right word for it. Yeah, I think it is. I thought if I had psionic powers, it would put your mind at ease. I'm sorry. It would just help me not freak out as much. Besides, I'm trying to set something up with my powers. What do you mean? Well, okay. Maybe I haven't been entirely honest with my powers. What? Yeah, okay. It's hard to explain on Chaco, but oh my god. Okay. Just Deku actually still gonna sit back down. And right now, he does gonna take a sip of the tea. It being a little bit hotter than he expected. Him going to somewhat bring the tea out of his mouth and back into the glass. As right now he would go to slam it down on the table. Him bring his hand up to his mouth. No. Ochako does stare directly at Deku, her leaning forwards to ask if he's okay, as right now she does hear Deku's voice in her head. Listen, Ochako. Hmm? Um, did it burn you that badly? No. Deku would look back at her, as Ren would go to lower his hand and grab onto hers. Now Chako's a bit more confused. Her somewhat going to adjust her body a bit, more to face him. What's up? Okay. My powers are a bit more developed than I let people believe. What? Now, Ochako's a bit confused, and Deku would try to express. Him going to bring his hand up, asking her to count how many fingers he's holding. Now, right now, Ochako, she does get a count 2. Her looking at Deku's hand before looking back at him. And then Deku, he'll go to look directly back at his hand, and Ochako will go to look at it again, as this time there's 3. And she does try and ask him if he did that on purpose. What did I do? You put up another finger. I didn't change the way my hand looked. What? Now, Ochako would go to watch, as right now, Deku's 3rd finger will go to disappear, it looking to be back in the sitting position. And Ochako is a bit more surprised. What the hell? Now, she lets go of Deku's hand and does go to back away. And Deku does try to tell her. Okay, he needs to at least explain this. What is that? It's an illusion. An illusion? Oh my god, you can create illusions. It's not just that. Okay. I play games with people's heads whenever I fight them sometimes. It's how I beat Bakugo. I don't like using this power, but I use it whenever I know I need to use it. And it freaks me out, because I think Renegade has a similar quirk. Now, Ochako's a bit more taken aback. A similar quirk? What are you talking about? Listen, Ochako, Deku bringing his hand out. And Ochako, she actually does somewhat go to bring her hand up instinctively. She trusts Deku, but right now, her still gonna hesitate, asking Deku to just explain. Ochako. Okay. Whenever I met Renegade at the USJ. I'm sorry, what? Oh god. I did not realize I just said that. You start at the beginning? I don't know where to start. Now, Deku does tell Ochako in confidence. He thinks Renegade took his blood. He met Renegade at the USJ. It attacked him. Kirishima was already taken down, but he took down the Nomu. Then Kirishima, he was taken away whenever Renegade woke up the Nomu. He knows that his powers, they allow him to do a lot, but he thinks it's more than that. He needs to develop them more. The boosters showed him how to do this, and it showed him quite a lot about his powers. He's fairly certain that Renegade, he hasn't evolved from one of his quirk. Now, Ochako's a bit more taken aback, because what Deku's saying is, no, he has, no. What he's saying, though, what makes you say that? Because I've been seeing him. No. What do you mean? Oh god. It's been eating me up for a second, but he's just there. I don't know how to explain it. Ochako, I don't get it. Now, Renata does gonna sit there, and Ochako is gonna bring up her hand to actually somewhat wipe away Deku's nose, expressing as she's gonna reach down to grab a napkin. That maybe Izuku needs to deal with that. Now, Deku will go to somewhat sit there, as he does go to stuff the paper up his nose. And Ochako will try to tell him. she's sorry. He just freaked her out. There have been times where she thought that she saw him, and, well, illusions and knowing that he could make her see something, it doesn't really seem very fun. Now, Deku, he does something to agree. And right now we do actually have where somebody does come walking in, as let's cut over to another location. Now, right now we have Ibarra. Ibarra, right now, she does stand in an alleyway. And right now she does have something covering her face. She has on a wig to cover her now shortened hair. And right now she's a bit more giddy, surprised. No, no, no. Okay, okay. Her, just so I'm gonna think. Going to pull over the hood of the jacket. Okay, what she's gonna do is go in there and steal a candy bar. This, why does she feel more nervous than when she murdered her friend? Okay, 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 yeah, no, no, no. She, she did that because he, he said something. He got into her head. Okay, no, 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 no. Okay, 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 okay. Remember, what we do for reasons. We create chaos so that there is order later. Okay, now, Ibarra is somewhat going to bring her hands up, folding them together as right now she just hold on to a pistol. Her turn to think. She'll get this done and go back later. Maybe things will be okay. Now, Ibarra right now will go to walk in, and the person they do go to turn their head, seeing Ibarra. As right now Ibarra, she did go to tuck the pistol to the inside pocket of the jacket. And right now Duville, he does listen in. As he does hear Ibarra walk through the aisle. Her going to stop her steps in her stride and go to turn. Her feet shuffling, as right now Deku, he does sit there. And right now he does at least try and get a feel for the environment, as two more feathers slip under the door. Now, right now Ibarra, she's trying to think. Okay, so what should she do? What should she do? No, no. Those ones are sour. That sour candy is always so, it makes her feel a bit weird afterwards. Too much sugar. Um, Classic chocolate bar. Mmm, tempting, tempting, but no. Where's that one candy bar she likes? Now, Ibarra does go search around. No, not that one, not that one. Too crunchy, a little too creamy, I guess. Right now, Ibarra, she actually does somewhat go to turn. As Deku, he does stand there, him going to sit there in a finely dressed suit, telling her about what she's gonna do next. Right now, she does need to at least buy something, right? And Ibarra is a bit more confused. Buy something? She didn't know she had to buy something. She doesn't have any money on her. You see, that is a problem. So what are you gonna do? I mean, you could just walk away right now, but there's no fun in that. I mean, look over there. Now, the guy right now, he's distracted. And right now, Deku does have him somewhat suspended. This guy, whenever Ibarra walked in, he glanced up at her and stared at her for a second. She was definitely, well, trying to hide. Now, the guy didn't really care much. Him looking back down at the paper, as there is where he did hear something in the back of his head, beginning to at least get suspicious. He didn't get a look at the girl's face. The camera there. You know what might happen, right? The guy hearing his own voice. Him still gonna turn and look into the turned off television. Huh? I mean, you know what'll happen to you, right? I don't get it. You can't see her face. She walked in here with her hood on. If I remember, what? She got on a hat, glasses, a mask? Did you see? I didn't. Well, why don't you go up and find out? See if everything's okay. I mean, what if she walks up over here and blasts your fucking head off? Now, the guy doesn't want to look over to Ibarra. And right now, Ibarra, she's sitting in the corner, farthest away from the camera. And she's doing something. Now, the guy right now, he doesn't want to sit there. And Ibarra, she does go walking around the corner, as right now she does go to walk over to a fridge. Her going to pull it open and going to reach out and grab onto a soda. Okay, okay, and maybe everything will go good. Maybe things will be okay. Now, right now the guy, he does go to look up. Him, seeing Ibarra, walk towards him, as right now she does try to keep her face low. And right now the guy, he does see her brown wig. And her hair is in her face. And he does try to ask her. Her going to bring out the soda. As right now the guy, when he does get a look at Ibarra, he does actually have his hand somewhat on a bat. And right now, whenever Ibarra does go to bring up the soda to set it on the counter, the guy, he sees a handgun. And right now the guy, he will go to somewhat step forwards and throw out his hand. Him going to pull the bat out as right now Ibarra, her hood is grabbed. Now, Ibarra right now, she somewhat is going to panic. Her throwing up her hands as right now she does going to smack the guy across the face. And right now Ibarra, yeah. The guy, he does try to climb over the counter. But thanks to now his weight being sent tumbling forwards, he does go smashing onto the ground with the bat. Now, Ibarra does going to step backwards, her hood being pulled off of her head. Now, right now Ibarra, she actually doesn't going to bring her hands out and go to zip down her jacket. Her reaching in and grabbing the gun. The guy actually is going to turn and see Ibarra. As right now she's going to pull out the pistol and tell him to stop. The guy turning and rushing towards her. Now, Ibarra, she does see the guy's face. And right now the guy, he stares at it. Right now he's put in a position between life and death. Him going to reach his hand out for the bat. Now, right now to the guy, he does going to throw his hand out and grab Ibarra. Him being able to pull the weapon out of her hand and throw the bat at her face. However, right now, in the real world, what happens is quite simple. Right now, the guy goes rushing towards Ibarra, as she does go to pull the trigger. Now, Ibarra would watch the guy go tumbling to her left and right now smash onto the ground. Her turning her head, as right now there is where Deku, he was going to tell her what to do. This was a robbery, right? What? You wanted a candy bar, right? Listen, right now if you don't run, things are going to be a lot more troublesome. So what do I do? What did you want to do? Now, Ibarra, she does go to someone look. Her turning and going to grab her soda, as right now she does go to turn her head and look at a few other things. And right now she does think about another thing she's always wanted to do. Now, right now Ibarra, she will go to leap over the counter. Her going to look at the prices before grabbing the most expensive bottle that she can. Her going to jump back over and run off. Now, right now police, they do pull up to the scene. And they're trying to understand what the hell just happened here. Now, right now we do actually have over with another version of Deku. Right now they're still trying to find Stain. Still trying to see if he was willing to join. And Stain's been trying to make it quite apparent. But the villains, they don't seem to listen. They are all psychotic. He won't listen or help them for a multitude of reasons. And right now, Renegade won't be on his side. Now, Deku is a bit more annoyed. There are a little too many pieces on the board. And right now, Deku, he will going to tell Stain, quite simply, it's such a shame. Well, If he is going to be trying to play a bit more hard to get, then this piece of the puzzle is going to have to come to an end. He does bid Stain adieu. Now, Stain's kind of confused, and right now Stain, he would go to stare directly at Renegade. As Renegade, he goes to fade. Now, Stain's confused, and right now Deku, he does stand there as Stain. We're going to bring his hand directly up to his nose, him pulling back blood. As Rhino's Stain does somewhat go to have his eyes roll into the back of his head, and he does go to fall forwards. Now, Deku is going to walk forwards, expressing a Stain. That's what happens if he doesn't want to play. Players are eliminated. Now, right now, there is someone else Deku is trying to hunt down. And another counterpart, they've been trying to investigate this little Crusader? Well, he hasn't found a cape just yet, so Crusader's a good word to use. Now, right now Renegade, he does try to hunt him down. And this time, tonight, this guy, he got in a lucky hit. As right now Renegade, he is trying to investigate an area, and he is trying to express to this mysterious vigilante. They can work together, you know. Or he could just simply try and take him somewhere else. You know, somewhere else. He could do a few things. He's not really supposed to be on the board, you know. Now, right now, this, well, guy, he does sit there quietly. And he actually is going to bring his hands down onto a weapon. And right now there is where Deku, he does come walking into the room. As right now, he's looking around in the dark, thinking about what he needs to do and what he needs to create. As right now, he does get to hear a noise. Him going to turn and bring up a gun. Him going to blast directly out at the sound. As Bakugo, whenever he does hear the blast, he does get to jump up. And right now he will go to directly kick the table into Renegade. Now, Renegade is struck by the table, as Reno Bakugo will get a step forwards and start blasting. Now, right now Renegade, he smashes into the ground. Him going to try and catch his composure for a second, as the bullets rip through him. And right now he was destroyed. Now, right now the person, they sat there, and they saw what they did. Then looking down at Renegade's mask. And right now, Bakugo, he does have a few ideas. Now, right now Bakugo is going to bend down and grab the mask. Him looking at it, as he does think. Him attempting to try and put it on. Now, right now Bakugo, a few things go through his mind. He needs to take down Deku. He has to do it. He has to do it. Nobody will believe him. Nobody will realize it until it's already too late. No one will understand, know, or figure it out. You know, you really gotta calm down. Bakugo turning to the crazy version of himself. We'll get it done. We just gotta remain focused. Alright? Is everyone listening? Hey, are you listening? Now, two versions of Bakugo would turn. One expressing he wasn't, the other saying he was. And right now he will get to tell both of them. Listen. And shut up. Things will be a lot easier if they don't. Now, where's violence? Now, all of them, they do sort of look at each other. And right now there is where Bakugo, he does somewhat to think. Is there really no violence in here? Oh wait, they may all be violence. Now, right now Bakugo, he does somewhat go to laugh at that. As we do cut to the real world, where he does go to laugh at the fact he killed a copy of Deku. Maybe the next one will be the real one. Maybe that's what he should do. Keep track. Take down 20 Izukus. Take down 20 of him. No. Take down one of him. This copy wasn't him. Bakugo bring his hands up. And right now he does try to pull apart, if not try to break the metal mask he has in his hands. Now, right now Bakugo, he does have a few ideas. There's a place he knows he can go to. One that UA, they don't really check often. I mean, it's a scrapyard, yeah, but maybe something good can come from it. Now, Bakugo right now, he does go to leave. And right now Deku, he does want to sit here. As we do actually cut to somebody who they're talking about the current plan. They express to Bakugo, or they express to Izuku, that right now they are going to be setting up their attack. All for One plans to make a reveal. Show the world he is here. And All Might, well, things with All Might will definitely be interesting. However, right now, we do actually have All for One's doctor, who does get to pull Deku aside. And he does express to him what he's gonna do. Deku being handed something. And he does express. Right now, this will enhance his power as far as he can. He tried to make a serum for the Nomu. The serum, sadly, it may not work. However, he knows it's guaranteed to work on humans. What do you mean? You're saying that if I need to use this. If you need to, yes. However, it will come with side effects. How long is the duration? By my estimates, 10 minutes. Okay, you gave me good news. Now what's bad news? The bad news is, it might, well, I'm not totally sure. It might what? Okay. Breaking a bone is simple. You can heal it. You can fix it. Yes? Spit it out already, Doc. This serum may break your quirk. And I don't know if we will get it back. It could very well break all of your quirks. Okay. Got anything less, haywirey? I do have something. However, it's still experimental and untested. Now, Deku Express. His favorite. Now, the doctor doesn't want to bring it up, expressing to him. This is something still very similar. The side effects of it are going to definitely hit him. And, well, he cannot guarantee his safety on either one of the two. Now, right now Deku does look at both of the two containers. Him going to bring his hand up and create something. Right now he does go to put both of these two things along with a syringe into a box. Him going to close it and express to the doctor. He does have to say, thanks. Now, he does need to get back to work, because today they are going to show off their latest inventions. And he cannot wait to see the look on All Might's face. Maybe for once he can get that hero to take off the helmet. The world needs to see their broken hero. Their fallen hero. Now, right now, the sky opens above a hero agency. And right now, we do have where villains begin to fall. Now, we do actually have somewhere else. Where right now Ibarra, she doesn't sit there crying. And right now she does think. As Deku, he does stand in the shadows, him watching. And Ibarra right now, she does gotta bring her hands up. Her, right now, still holding onto the gun. She doesn't know what to do with this. Her going to turn and toss it. As right now she will go to bend down and grab onto a branch. Now, Ibarra was going to bring it up and throw it over her back. And right now she was trying to think about what happened. She killed a man today with a weapon. There was no reason for it. She stole something from the man. She she wanted to do something bad, and it turned into that. I mean, she got away with it. The gun was unmarked, it was homemade basically, and well, no one saw her face. I mean, no, 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 she has to do the right thing. Now, Ibarra does try to think. This chaos will bring order. This order will prevent destruction. Whenever whenever it all happens, I mean, will she be on the right side? Is she being led along? I mean, what's going on? And right now she is going to hear Deku's voice. Him expressing to her, you know, trying to pay for the pain with your own pain, it is a very good idea. And right now she does going to somewhat stand up and turn. Her bring her hands up, asking exactly what he's doing in her room. Ibarra, I knew what you're doing. You think that this will help. It won't it? Actually, on the contrary, it will. You mean that? Yes. You wish to keep yourself disciplined. You wish to keep yourself in line. Try and pay for it. One day, if you feel pain so agonizing, you realize you've gone so far. If one day you beat yourself to the point where even you can't stand, you know you need to stop. I can understand it. An easy yet fair line. You give it to yourself. Though I do have to question. Deku's not going to bend down, and right now grab onto the stick, informing her. This is a branch. It is not made to do what it does. She is using it to hurt, as the savages of the past once did. It became what? Wood. It was wood first. He remembers it correctly. Then it was the stone. Pick one up and tie it to the end of a wooden stick. Or tie a big one to the end of a big stick. Then you have your club. Then there was the long sticks, the ones that flew, and then there were the ones made of metal. Then there were the ones that had more feathers. There were the ones that flew, high and mighty. And then there was the invention of the gun. Now, Deku going to tell Ibarra, him going to snap the branch over his leg, that this was made to grow and, well, help satiate life. It is not used to harm. It is made to love. Right now, though, Ibarra, him stepping forwards, and Ibarra is going to back away. As right now Ibarra, she does somewhat go to sit against the wall, and Deku is going to throw his hands out. Right now, stopping her from either going left or right. And Deku is going to lean in, expressing to her. Ibarra does have a good idea. However, her methods are flawed. He will give her a tool that will properly help. Then, what she needs to do is get back to listening to him, saying what they need to hear. There are people who believe in her, who believe in him, and who believe in Renegade. Right now, those people, they're the lost. They need someone to follow. Everybody needs to follow something. If not a person, an idea. If not an idea, a code. Humans seek pattern. This will help. Right now, she does seek a pattern in trying to feel the torment of the people she harms. He can respect it. I mean, of course, at one point, he was a tormentor. He was the devil. But he's not, well, you know. Now, Ibarra somewhat does sit there, her face turning red as she's going to turn away. And Deku right now, he would go to bring his hands up and create a blanket in his hands. Him going to hand it over to Ibarra and telling her, as she does go to cover herself, that right now she wants him to just leave. She's still confused and lost. Yes, I am. But what do I do? Now, Deku would tell her, going to turn, do what she thinks is right. Now, Deku is going to walk away. And Ibarra, she actually does, so I'm going to go to look down at what Deku just handed her. It's not a blanket, it's an outfit. Now, Ibarra does look up at the bed and see a tool that will properly allow her to repent. Now, right now Ibarra, she does go to reach out for it. And right now Deku, he does walk down the hall. As he does think, the attack. The attack is today. He wonders how they'll look. All those pros. All those people. And the people who follow him. The ones who came here today to witness the League and Renegade take down an entire agency. What fun. Now, right now Renegade, he needs to get the, well, let's just call her Thorn Princess, to the battlefield. Because whenever she does get there, things will definitely get a lot more interesting. With that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.